What's up YouTube, back today with another video here in the fish room, and this is going to be your guys' last time seeing the fish room until next year. Alright guys, so today's going to be the last little update slash tour of my fish room for 2022, and I figured I'd go ahead and start right here in my basement tank, which is in my living space of the house next to the fish room. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and start with this tank. But first things first, I want to go ahead and tell you guys that I'm going to drop a link to the video from like 1 year ago today on New Year's Eve up in the right hand corner. And also I just want to tell everybody Happy New Year's and start off there. But yeah, first things first, we got this 125 gallon Peacock and half aquarium down here. It's looking amazing, and it is also very early in the morning, so I'm just now waking up, getting my brain started for the day, so don't judge if I'm a little slow this morning. But yeah, anyways, as you guys can see, this tank's looking really well. I was having some really bad aggression issues in this aquarium not too long ago, but it's starting to look turn around and look a lot better. So you can see this red empress right here. Not too long ago, he was all beat up. His fins were all tore up and his eyes were cloudy, but you can see he is starting to look really well. I probably thinned out about 10 fish out of this aquarium. I'm gonna add some more fish in here eventually, but I got about one more that I want to get rid of and a couple more females I want to pull out of here, which also should help the little bit of aggression that is still left. And down in this corner back here, see if you can see her. I don't clean the sides of my glass, but it's kind of dirty. But you can see that dragon blood female right there is holding a bunch of babies again. So pretty cool. I just noticed that today, actually, about 5 seconds ago. But yeah, so I have some more dragon blood babies coming soon, which is always a plus. So that leads me to go ahead and want to move on to my next aquarium, this 40 gallon breeder, which is the first tank that greets you entering the fish room. So in this aquarium right here, this is full of dragon bloods, lion's cove. There's a couple Swedish red top hongies, and then a few white labs in here as well. But predominantly it is lion's cove and dragon bloods in here. So these guys are going to be growing really fast. I'm excited to look back in this footage here in a few months from now and see how long or how far they have came. So I'm sure they're going to be a lot bigger here in a few months from now. So super excited to look back at that, which is also one of my favorite things about doing these YouTube videos, is looking back and watching the growth of my fish room, and everything else. So give you guys a quick little overlook of the fish room. This tank light never stays on. I don't know why. It's on like a 10-minute timer or something. It always turns off. But yeah, as you can see, everything's looking really well. Got them tanks down there. But yeah, moving on up to my guy Tony the flowerhorn. And as you can see right now, he's looking really good. He is starting to do a little better. I don't know if you guys watched my last videos, but I was talking about how he isn't eating, and he still really isn't eating for me. He spits the food back out no matter what I try to feed him. He's just not eating. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. I think that he ate some of this gravel right here. So here eventually I'm gonna get this tank dialed in, but with the holidays and everything, I've just been super busy. So I know it's my fault that I need to address this situation, but I'm working on it, guys. So that is coming very soon. But as you can see, he's starting to swim around and looking a little bit better. Now I just wish I could get him to eat. He still isn't looking skinny. That's what leads me to believe that he has some gravel in his belly. And yeah, his head isn't as big either, but I'm hoping everything turns around, and I think he should make it, hopefully. But usually the fate from eating gravel is never good, so not looking forward to that if that is what happens. But certainly I'm keeping my hopes up and high. But yeah, anyways, right below Tony is my Planet 40 gallon aquarium. I have some angelfish in here and rummy nose tetras. There's some Kaleo loaches in here as well, and a group of 6 albino Cory catfish. As you can see, them guys are down in there. But yeah, and there's also Julie Duchromis and an L33 pleco in here as well. But yeah, you can see these plants are starting to really settle in this aquarium, and not really take off yet, but maybe a couple of these crypts are. But once they really start taking off and filling out in this aquarium, it's going to look really, really well. Look at that Java fern right there. You see the big leaf died off and it released all them little leaves. So I'm probably going to tear some of them off and let them float around until they get attached somewhere in the aquarium. But super cool watching that. These little pieces are starting to grow out. And as you can see, my Anubias, which is from a few different spots in the aquarium, just keep getting knocked out from one of the fish. I think it's the pleco knocking them out of here, which they were like put down in these rocks right here and there. So if it's looking a little bare, that is why. This is my 40-gallon breeder. It is full of a bunch of cichlids that I bred right here, which I have bred this tank below, that tank right there, and that tank right there. Those are all full of fish that I bred, and I'm pretty proud to say that. So yeah, anyways, in this tank right here I have some Labradotropheus blueberry OBs, True Vossi OBs, and some god dang, I'm having a brain fart, some zebra OBs. There's some Lion's Cove in here as well, and then there's a couple hongies in here as well, just kind of floating around. But yeah, this tank's looking really, really well, and these guys are growing to be nice and big. So these guys, it's crazy to look back at old videos, which I just did yesterday, and watch to see how little these guys were, and they have grown like crazy.
Oh my god! Wow! Oh my.
And as you can see, the water's a little cloudy right now because these guys are always stirring it up, which it was clear 5 minutes ago until I turned the light on, and they all freaked out. But you'll have that. And anyways, down below it is these they're Z-Rock and Blue Otter Placidochromis hybrids that I have. And these guys are starting to color up. As you can see, there's a lot of males in there starting to get their color. And they're just a pretty cool looking fish. I have thinned about 40 fish out of this aquarium, and it doesn't even look like I made a dent. So I got a lot more to go. I'm probably going to keep like at least 1 or 2, who knows. I don't know what I'm going to do with them, to be honest with you guys. But here eventually I'm hoping to have this tank space again, because as you can see, I had that dragon blood down there holding, but I also have some BODs in there holding, which leads me to my next tank on the list. Next tank on the list is the 75-gallon BOD aquarium, and as you guys can see, these guys are just absolutely beautiful. And looking back on all these aquariums in the last year or so that I've had them set up, it's just crazy to watch the growth, because these guys were little fry. I literally bought them from a buddy smaller than them guys down there. I bought a group of like 40 of them, and I think I have there's like 20 left or something like that. So I did lose a couple. I sold a couple off, and this is what I'm left with. I think there's 5 males and like 8 females in here, so not too bad in numbers. I could use a couple more females in here, but as of right now it should be good. I might even end up taking one of these males out of here and putting it into my Showtank down in my basement, which was a good possibility. So yeah, hopefully I get some more breeding activity out of these guys. But as you can see right there, there's a female holding. I don't know if you can see her back there. Yeah, she's got some babies in her mouth, and I think I seen another one in here that was holding. So I'm super excited about breeding these guys. These are like my #1 priority on my breeding list. As you can see, they're a species only aquarium. Besides my I got a group of 10 of them Petricrola synodonis in here, which they hide for the most part, but you'll see them pop out in and out, and it's super fun to watch them guys. They also hide down in this rock right here. You can see, yeah, there you go. There's probably a group of like 5 or 6 of them in there, which is hilarious. They just hide in that little rock, which isn't meant to be like that, but I broke a little corner off one day on accident and then just broke it out a little bit more. So as you can see, they definitely enjoyed in there. So super fun to watch them guys. One of my most interesting fish probably. But yeah, moving on to the tank down below them is another breeding aquarium that I have, and in here I have some ivory heads. Wow, I don't never turn on the light in this aquarium, but the glass is pretty dirty. But yeah, anyways, on this side of the 75-gallon It is an ivory head Mulatto breeding group. There are 6 females and 1 male on this side. As you can see, he is just absolutely amazing. And he's still a young male too, so he has quite a bit more growing to do and coloring up. So on this side is another ivory head Mulatto male that I wanted to have in this group as well, but he ended up getting his butt kicked by this guy. And in my opinion, this is the better looking male. But as you can see on his top fin, there is like a little split in his fin, and I don't think that's gonna heal really. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with this guy. I might end up putting him down in the Showtank as well. But then on this side, well, they're on the same side, but yeah, they're hiding right now. But you can see one of the females to the Placidochromis Blue Otter breeding group I have 1 male and 3 females. You can see the male back there peeking his head out. But yeah, some beautiful fish. And those are the parents to these guys down here. But yeah, moving on to this aquarium right here. This is my 90-gallon aquarium. This is being used as a grow out right now. So pretty much everything in this aquarium is going to be a keeper. So as you can see, I have some really beautiful fish in here, and they put on some size since I've had them. You see this Turkish guy is starting to show out real good right now. You can see he's got some bites in his tail, but that's typical. And with African cichlids, they always have a little bit of aggression here and there, so nothing new here. You got the Cappadochromis Azurus. You got the albino flavescent, albino red empress. Yeah, these guys are just absolutely beautiful. This is probably one of my favorite aquariums, at least for fish. So I'm gonna end up having all these guys down in my basement aquarium once they get the good size on them, which is probably why I might even end up thinning out some more out of that tank just to get some add these guys in there with more success. But you can see that guy is absolutely stunning. Star Sapphire. That's the only one that I had that made it out of that catastrophe I had into my 125 gallon out of a group of 6 of them. So this is the last one that's left, and he's the smallest one that I did have, sadly. But things do happen in this hobby, but what can you do but keep pushing? Alrighty, so to another tank which is full of fish that are bred besides one, and that is the mama to all these there. But yeah, this tank is looking absolutely amazing, and I love it. And I think this is pretty much like everybody's favorite aquarium in here when they come over and look at my tanks. Everybody just loves this tank right here, which is just all snow white albinos. You can see the water is crystal clear in here, and these guys are awesome. I have a group of 20. I did have 22 in here, but I sold 2 of them just so I had a even group of 20. So nice little group. And I also had some fish in here that were holding, and I stripped them guys out. So these guys are looking great. I'm looking forward to getting more fry from these guys as well, and growing more babies out. So as you can see, they are hungry and ready to eat and looking absolutely wonderful. So alrighty, so moving right over here to this little 10-gallon rack that I have. So up top is my 2 beta fish. I have a koi beta, and then I have a black samurai beta right there. And I don't know, I've never really finished this tank to the full potential that I want to take it to. Maybe one of these days I'll get around to it, but yes, for now it's still looking really well. And I'm debating on giving this beta fish here to my brother, and either getting a new one or just giving the beta the full 10-gallon tank. You see the glass is a little dirty on this tank as well. So yeah, I got a little bit of hair algae starting here, and I need to get that out before it gets even worse, because Lord knows that stuff will take over a whole aquarium. So need to get that out of there. But anyways, down below in this 10-gallon, right below it, I have a few different batches of fry in here. I have my albino bristlenose plecos in here. There are some dragon bloods in here. There are some of them dragon blood OBs. You can see a couple of them in there. And then on top of that, I have some more snow white albinos in here. You can see them down in that cave right there. Maybe you can, maybe you can't, I don't know. They're real small. You see them down up in there. Yeah, super cool. But yeah, anyways, I also stripped this girl right here. I didn't get any of that on video. This girl right here was holding, and I'm super excited to see how the babies turn out, because she looks absolutely amazing. For a female, she has some really good colors. but I think this is the dad right here, because I thought it was the standard dragon blood I had in there, but I'm guessing that it was him actually, because once I stripped them out, I noticed they have albino eyes, so that's the reason why, what leads me to believe that he is the dad. It's either him or the pink OB that I have, but I think it's him. But anyways, yeah, hopefully them babies grow out and be really, really big, because she was holding them way too long. They were really skinny when I stripped them, so I probably should have stripped them a little bit sooner, but it is what it is, and hopefully I get them guys to grow out. But yeah, moving on down to my 125 gallon Starry Night aquarium. And as you guys seen in my last video, I had some beautiful new fish in this aquarium from my buddy Co over at Show Quality African Cichlids, and these guys are settling really, really nice and looking absolutely amazing. As you can see here, these guys are looking great. There's a Lawanda, ruby red and Lawanda hybrid. I got a German red right there. He's kind of the weak link in the tank. He's always hiding. But yeah, these guys are looking great. You can see he's got a couple bites in his tail, sadly. Probably from this guy right here. And then, in this right here, I have that Najara Flametail, which had the hole in his head last time. When after I unboxed him, he got beat up. Which, actually, I didn't even show you guys. I didn't even think about it. But I had the fish from this tank moved down to the 125 gallon in my aquarium. But yeah, anyways, this guy is looking absolutely great already. You can see that's pretty much healed up. Let me see if I get the flash on. You see that his head is pretty much healed up already, which it was a huge hole in his head. But yeah, it's from the other fish attacking him. But already healing up, which is great. Super healthy fish, and excited to get him up out of here. So yeah, there's the little blue otter I have. And down in this aquarium, I don't know if it's going to show the best on camera because the light's all messed up, there's like a short in it. But yeah, I have Africobu breeding group. I have albinos and standards in here, so hopefully I get some breeding activity from these guys here soon. I think there is one female in here holding, but I haven't stripped her out or anything. So as you can see, these guys are still really skittish in here, which hopefully they'll come around here soon. But for now, still skittish and whatever, kind of boring tank, but you guys get the point. And right next to this 125 gallon tank is my littlest tank. And well, not littlest, I have them 10 gallons, but you guys know what I mean.
Say what?
This is my Lamprologus Gold Ocellatus Shell Dweller Aquarium. And this is a 20 long. I also have a 30 gallon below it, but there's no fish in there, as you guys can see. But these guys are super interesting fish. Pretty rare fish too, actually. And I'm just absolutely loving these guys. It's something different than what I normally have. So it's nice to have something new in the fish room. And these are also not my newest fish, but my new whatever. I don't know what to call it, but you guys get the point. This tank is super fun to watch. Yeah, hoping to get these guys breeding as well. I'll be super happy with that. You can see this guy's coming up trying to say hi. Took a little while for these guys to come around. Probably like at least a month or two for them to swim out whenever I was in front of the aquarium. But now that they're settled in, they are just amazing to watch, and I really do enjoy these guys. So yeah. Last but not least is my 92 gallon corner Beaufort aquarium. And this tank it's a lot bigger in person than it looks like on camera, but this tank's absolutely wonderful. Let me see if I can get this light shut off so there's no glare. Now this tank is doing great, guys. Let me tell y'all why. Because you can see there is fry every little nook and cranny of this aquarium. And there's the dad to them true vivaci babies down at the end of the fish room. That's the zebra OB I have. And yeah, this tank's just doing absolutely great as always. There's literally fry in every little nook and cranny of this aquarium, and I just really enjoy this aquarium. As you can see, I have my little seat right there, and I just overlook these aquariums down at this corner. I probably spend the most time in the fish room at this end of the corner because obviously I have a spot to sit and chill. So yeah, this tank's looking great. Yesterday was water change for all these aquariums as well, and we did just have a cold sprout as well. down here in the Midwest. I'll go ahead and drop a picture of the temperature.
Ew, that's nasty.
And down at the door, down at the bottom down there, the door was frozen. I'll go ahead and leave a little video. I took a little clip of it.
Oh, hell no!
And then it's crazy to think that a week ago from today, here in the Midwest, which is where I live, it was negative like 40 with the wind chill, to now this week it's like 65 degrees out, which is just absolutely insane. So I'll leave a screenshot of the newscast right there.
Nope. Yep. Nope.
But yeah, guys, super crazy weather fluctuations here in the Midwest. But what's new? It's literally typical out here. So, but yeah, as you can see, everything in the fish room's doing pretty well, and more to come. So I also was thinking maybe next year in the fish room, as much as I love this corner aquarium right here, which I literally absolutely do, but it's kind of like taking up a lot of space. And right here, I could probably put 10-gallon tanks right here for grow out space. So I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I kind of want to expand the fish room more, and then again, I kind of don't. I don't know what I want to do, but I have a lot of babies growing out, and I want to focus on certain fish here in the fish room to breed, instead of just keeping so many different species and show tanks. So who knows what I'm gonna do. I'll probably thin it down to like two-ish show tanks, and then the rest in the grow out space. But it's still a hobby for me, guys. It's not a full-time job. I really just enjoy this hobby and have a lot of fun doing it. But yeah, that's it for today's video. And I forgot to show you guys this right here. This is my little T-Rex wall, and I just put up this tapestry. I'm also going to be adding a tapestry probably there on that back curtain, and maybe this wall here, to just kind of give it that jungle vibe, because you guys can see that's kind of the theme I'm going for. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed today's video and want to see what I do here in the fish room in 2023 and keep up to date with everything I got going on, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to hit that post notification bell so it updates you guys every time that I post a new video. And until next time, I'm out. I'll see y'all next year.